Hello my beloved seller, this is Roman making another tutorial and explanation of what the heck is going on with Amazon these days, and in addition promoting the proper Amazon metric processor. So today's topic is main profit drains before you reach the healthy sales velocity. I know that's the healthy sales velocity, quite a brave assumption of me that you actually know what it is. But you have the healthy rating given by Amazon, and it assumes a bunch of stuff like velocity of sales, the customer review rate, the inventory on hand, and all of that. So in the time when you have not reached that, so meaning that you have your statistics and metrics skewed to out of the points, I would like to show you two of the main profit drains that you may occur with. So the first one will be your ads and ACOS and TACOS and CPA, and another one will be the inventory on hand, the maintaining of the healthy ratio of inventory on hand compared to your sales. And by the way, those two metrics, they are interconnected, and I'll explain you why. So first of all, a little bit of a knowledge of what it's all about in the ads. So there are three terminologies, three acronyms, three abracadabras that you have to know. Is ACOS, TACOS, and CPA. It's pretty straightforward. It's a basic school math. ACOS is total money spent on advertising divided by the total revenue through those advertising sales. TACOS, it's a delicious food, but also it's basically the same amount of money spent on advertising, but divided the total revenue, how much you have. In a sense, like if ACOS could be more than 100%, meaning that you got $1,000 of revenue, but you spend $1,000 on the ads, so you have a ACOS of 100%. But if those ads sales make you organic sales, like in addition to that, meaning that your total revenue will definitely be more than 1,000, so your TACOS will be lower than 100. So it's fine, you can do that. Depending on the category, I know that the beauty category is a bunch of like creams and all of that stuff for women. They have ACOS like 200, like 300, 500. Why? Because of the competition. Because there are lots of complementary products. But if they manage to get the TACOS in the sweet spot, that's fine. CPA is a cost per acquisition. It's basically the same amount of money that you spend on advertising, you divide with the quantity of how much you spend within a particular time frame, and essentially it will give you how much of a dollar percentage you will have in the final price spending on ads. However, there is you can see those statistics in Sales Central. Amazon will give you that, and you will think, oh, it's fine, everything is fine, everything is alright. However, there is a big issue that, there's the strike-through price on Amazon. When you see that, for example, the item was selling by, I don't know, $120, but tonight we have a promotion, it sells for 100, so it's like 20% discount, actually more than 20. Anyway, so little that you know that this promotion is not included into ACOS and TACOS and CPA. You remember in my last videos I was telling that Amazon is a node to facilitate the economy around us. They're keeping all of the revenue for you and act like it cares. If it cared, they would include this, but they don't. They purposefully deceive the seller so they would think that everything is fine because the promotion is not included into ACOS and TACOS. Propamp.ai, on the other hand, includes that, so we'll not be deceived by those numbers that you can see on the seller center. Anyway, back to the point. So the promotions and coupons, I know that the sellers might know that the coupons are not free. Nothing is free, and coupons and promotion is not an excuse. They're not free. So when you see every time the discount that you might have on your spatulas, the seller paid for this discount. Amazon took the cut, and I don't want to bore you to death with their arithmetics, but there's like little examples super quick. For example, the item is sold for $150 and the seller decided to have a discount for 10%, which is $15, and set the budget of $200, right? It's pretty straightforward, but Amazon takes the cut. First of all, $5 fee for the coupon, and then 2.5% of the eventual final price that the customer will get, meaning that the one unit will have a discount of a 18.4. meaning that the initial $200 will end up having 10 units. That's a bummer. 10 units 10 units sold, and the unused budget of a 10.6. Again, this arithmetics doesn't exist anywhere on Amazon, but in Propamp.ai we have this a nice tab that actually shows you how much will it give, how much units you potentially can sell with a particular budget. This example is pretty straightforward and easy. However, on a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas deals, and a Prime Day, that could be sketchy. Why I say that? Because first of all, the budget is more than 200. To be in a Prime deal might cost you like 500 or 600 or 800. And unless you know how much unit you're gonna sell and how much of a discount you can expect, and on top of that, thinking that your tacos that you see on Amazon, you just signing in a really bad deal, and most likely you will sell on a loss, which is okay if you know about it. Sometimes sellers sell on a loss just to gain the keywords on top and to gain the organic rating. That's fine, people do that. But the main profit drain is that you do that unless you know you did that, unless you know what you're doing. So it's crucially important. And now, when you can assess of how much unit you can expect to sell on a particular discount, promotion period, or whatnot, it's super important to be aligned with the inventory that you have on hand. Because, once again, I'm going to repeat that countless of times, so you will just remember that. Amazon has all the money. For that matter, any marketplace has all of the money. They have the revenue. Sounds fair, but it's so tempting. It's so tempting to get this money from the seller. They're so tasty. So that's why Amazon and any other marketplaces, they implement a bunch of fees. And the harder the period we're living, the more fees we're gonna get. Just beware, like surcharge fees, like I don't know, the security fees and all not. But anyway, for the inventory, this is like the list of the fees that you might expect when you deal with the Amazon. And when I get the healthy sales velocity here issue, I mean that out of all of these fees, you're facing only just this one, monthly storage fees, and it should stay about 1 to 2% of your total revenue. If you exceed that, there might be a problem. You need to fix it by implementing the advertising. You need to manage the price. You better do something, buddy, because Amazon is not a storage business. They don't charge for storage. I mean, back in the day, because I'm doing this for ages, back in the day, I heard rumors and stories when people just ship out the 2-5 containers to Amazon just because the storage fee is so low. So they're abusing the power of Amazon because Amazon is not charging you too much for the storage compared to other 3PLs. But Amazon is smart, so it implemented the let's say, I'll call it a fee zone. They have a specific term, but I call it fee zone. So for example, here, basically in this graph, you can see the time of a quantity that you have, and your inventory through time looks like this. So you have your inventory, you sell, then you have a delivery. You have a shipment coming to Amazon, right? And then you sell again, and then you have another delivery. So through time, your inventory looks like this. And in order for you to be a little bit stressful all the time, Amazon gives you a capacity manager. So it shows you how much of a capacity you can onboard, how much of a units you can actually bring to Amazon to sell. So there is a upper bound and a lower bound. So for I drew this green dotted line to show you. So if your inventory exceeds this upper bound, you most likely get the inventory, like overage inventory fee, or if they stored more than 12 months, 11 months, you'll get the aged fee. At the same time, when your inventory go low, you also be charged for the low fees, because why not, right? So it's super important to maintain this healthy ratio. So in a nutshell, I know that we are the sellers, we are wearing many hats, right? We are the accountant, we are supply chain manager, we're advertising manager, we're a negotiator, we wear many hats. But if you have the dedicated supply chain manager and dedicated advertising manager, they basically should work together and get all of the metrics all from each other to to maintain the healthy advertising budget and to maintain the healthy inventory rate, so that on a period of sale you will not go out of stock unexpectedly, or in a period when you get a procurement, you will not get too much of inventory that you cannot sell on time, right? Because it's basically Amazon, what Amazon wants, or any other marketplace for that matter, what they want to have the availability of the product in a healthy margin rate of inventory that they can rely on in order to facilitate the economy around us. But don't forget that they want to take the money out of your account all the time. That's why it's super important to keep track on all of the metrics that we have in order not to get unnecessary fees that you might have, because eventually if you face the overage inventory, the inventory that just lie around, you have two options: either liquidate them or remove them, and both of those issues will incur additional fees that you need to avoid. I think that's it. Thank you. That's it for today's tutorial. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button and send this video for anyone who might be interested.